Hello and welcome back to another episode of Double Muse. We are on the pursuit to make our vision boards a reality, and welcome to being here on that pursuit with us.
And if you're looking to make your vision board a reality, you are in the right place.
Pull up a chair.
Pull up a chair.
Welcome to the sisterhood. We're so excited that you pressed play. We're so excited that you saw our little icon and we're like, oh, they look cool. Let's listen. Like, isn't that a cool thought?
That is a cool thought.
So you might be out for a walk. You might be washing the dishes. You might be folding washing.
Draining out the noise from your kids.
Draining out for all of the above, Emily. Whatever you're doing, just thank you for being here and put a smile on your face, you cute little thing. Excited for today's episode, but
we are.
I'm going to talk about myself for a minute.
Oh, well, go for it.
With life lately. So what's up with you? What's up with me? Emily, I actually haven't told you this in real life, IRL.
Yeah.
I had a phone-free day on Sunday just gone.
I actually can acknowledge that because I wrote you some really funny messages and you didn't write back.
I did not respond. Yeah. I put my phone in my bedside drawer and do you know what? It felt great.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I put it in the kitchen drawer.
So I know you do because it annoys me because you don't respond.
Is that
but now I'm getting a taste of my own medicine.
It's bitter.
And it's bitter.
So I've imparted wisdom on you, Jane.
You've
Good
imparted
for you.
Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have given you that little boost.
Yeah.
But I did have to.
Very wise.
You are very wise. I did have to get my phone out a couple of times because Mum was trying to call me.
And you would have had to go and do it intentionally.
I have been finding lately I've been really bad at just when I'm just sitting there, I'll just grab my phone.
Yeah.
And you do it without even thinking about it. And
can I just hijack your segment for a moment?
Okay. I thought we were talking about me. I thought we were talking about my marriage breakdown.
Let's talk about like you've got your 2 bits. I'd like to put my 2 cents in if you don't mind, because you are like learning from me, and I just give you so much wisdom. I thought I'd better give you some more because you're growing into such a beautiful person because of my mentoring and my mentorship.
That's
for you.
right.
So I wanted to add you in another
proximity
tip.
is power.
Exactly. So the other tip. Now you've made me forget the tip that I wanted to share. Oh, that's right. I've been noticing that I was scrolling more than I wanted to as well. You know what I do now is I like to scroll Pinterest instead of Instagram.
It's not as soul-sucking.
It's not, but I also have a Pinterest board that's Vision Board 2026. Yeah. And so all I do is scroll my Vision Board 2026 and
that's
it gets
vibe.
Gets me razzled.
Yeah, it gets you razzed.
Gets me visualising, blows my skirt up. Like it's my cup of tea. I'm like flooding my mind with these really incredible images. But what's also really great about Pinterest is that you know how you add to your board. So I'm constantly just adding things to my board, and then I just scroll that, and like I've got affirmations in there, like, you know, opportunities are calling, or like, you know, things that I obviously am visualizing for what I want my year to look like. And it's, you know,
I'll give that a whirl. But back to me for a moment.
Back to you. Sorry.
I did really, because I noticed that, like it's sort of more in hindsight after I've scrolled, or I've had a day where I've scrolled more than I would have liked to. You can feel it in your energy. Yeah. It's just such a low vibe activity.
It is.
I'm discovering.
Yeah.
So anyway, and you know what? After I did it that day, I then did it again for a couple of hours the next day. And I'm just finding my energy, my productivity, I would even go as far as saying like my mood. I'm not as like –
your mental?
Not as like snappy because it's so quick. Like Instagram's so quick. You're onto another. Like literally, you're training your brain to be like quick, scroll. Yeah. So it was just anyway. That was my And I was just starting to find the beauty in the small things. Like
good for you, Sharon.
The color of the sky and the sun on my face. Yeah. And I knew you'd be jacked to hear that. Yeah. So anyway, that's my life lately.
Yeah, good for you.
Today's deep dive, Emily, what are we getting deep into ourselves about this week?
We're going deep into ourselves. No, not really. We are actually talking about sleep and how to get a sleep score.
There are going to be a lot of people who froth on this episode.
Well, that's why we're doing it.
Like, how do I get a sleep score of 90?
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
Lay it on you. You are a type B, so you actually don't even track your sleep.
I'm not really interested.
So for those,
in my sleep, I'm interested in your sleep.
Oh, that's nice.
And my husband doesn't sleep very well, so I'm interested on his perspective.
Oh, I would get anxiety looking at his sleep score, I think. It would send me over the edge.
I should get him one just to know.
He could just wear mine for the night.
Yeah. That's a fun little experiment.
mess up my metrics.
But can you delete a metric?
You probably could.
Like just delete it, right?
Yeah, you probably could. So I sleep really quite well, and I do often get a sleep score in the 90s, and I didn't actually realise that's kind of a big deal.
So this is a sleep score that you're getting from your Aura ring.
So I track my sleep with my Aura ring. Other people might use. My husband has a Whoop band.
Can you track it on your phone at all? Is there something on your phone?
I think Mum used to have an app like that, but I think you have to probably sleep with. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, okay. And then there's like the Ultimate Human ring as well that tracks his sleep.
He's got his own ring.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all got a ring.
Cut that out of the show.
That's gross. Your head went there. Your mind
didn't, but yours did. Anyway, so a sleep score in the 90s, and actually that's really like a big deal. Like I didn't probably realise. Okay. And my husband and I have jokes like, oh, what was your, I'd be like, oh, I didn't sleep very well last night. And he'd be like, oh, what, you only got 88 or something.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
so 90's a big deal.
I think 90's a big deal. Am I right? 90's
a big
deal. Big deal? Right. Yeah. So I'm kind of like a big deal. So I'm like an expert on the subject. I often get sleep score in the 90s. I wouldn't say most of my sleep are in the 90s, but I would say 8 times out of 10 it's probably in the 90s.
That's most.
I'm a maths school teacher. This is concerning.
You're like, I don't always, but like 99% of the time.
Yeah, but I don't, like it's not like every single night I'm in the 90s. But
so just 8 times out of 10.
Yeah. Whatever. I get sleep scores in the 90s, okay? So
hold on. What are they in?
Oh, shut up. Okay, so if you...
The 90s, gotcha.
So even if you're not interested in sleep, but if you're someone who is like waking up tired... or waking up at 1 or 3 a.m. like ready to go, or like you can't switch off when you actually go to bed, or you never really feel rested, then this episode's really for you. Okay. So I want to talk about and by the end of this you'll know why your sleep perhaps is broken and some really simple steps that are going to get and help you work towards a 90
I've been waking
sleep
up
score.
at like 4 a.m. the last week. Will this help me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Listening. You're listening. You don't even track it, so you wouldn't even know.
No, but I know that I wake up then.
That's true. So usually when you wake up...
I don't look at my phone. I just
usually when you wake up at that time it could be a cortisol spike or it could be...
on how much light's coming through the window with what time it is.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, can I just talk about...
Yeah, go ahead. We're hearing about how you're in the 90s.
So I've got 4 tips. And number 1, these are obvious. I'm not going to say anything that you haven't heard. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to share 4 tips and you could just pick one of them, right?
Mm-hmm. To implement
one at a time. Do 1 for a week, do 2, stack them as you go. But the first one is just so obvious, and I know but common sense is not common action. And I think what I'm going to share is people are going to go, oh, I know that. We know we need our fruit and veggies, but does everyone eat them every day? Something different. So,
and you shouldn't sleep with your phone, but people do.
Well, that's my number 1. Yeah. No phone in the bedroom.
I know. And how many people know that, but they're not doing it?
Exactly. Don't share a room with your phone, full stop. And I used to be like, oh, totally. I can bring my phone in my room. I'm not going to scroll.
It's not that big of a deal.
I'm not going to scroll. But do you know what? You get an idea and you go, oh, I need to text Jane that, or, oh, I need to check my emails. You'll find a rational thought. There'll be a rational reason in your brain to go, I need to quickly do this. And you'll find it important. And then the next thing you know, you're on your phone because it's a habit. And when you see your phone, even if you're not on it, if you see it, that triggers in your brain to go, you think about it and you go, what am I going to use it for? What am I going to get on it for? So I was like, why am I putting myself in a situation where I'm relying on willpower? I just don't need to. The habit, it's a habit. Why am I relying on willpower to not getting my phone?
Don't paddle uphill.
So it's if you don't want to eat chocolate, don't have chocolate in your house.
Yeah.
It's just, why am I fighting a losing battle? Just don't have it in there.
Yeah.
And I guess the argument is I need it for
my alarm
or whatever. You can get really beautiful lamps these days with clocks on it that actually, I almost bought one. It was really cool. You set, it glows and starts soft and then gets lighter with the sun. It stimulates the sun rising, which is really cool. I actually just use my iPad. I have my iPad next to my bed. It's got obviously no social apps on it. I don't scroll on it and everything, but I use it for the time.
Yeah.
And I also have my meditation apps and stuff on there that I actually do want to use when I go to sleep. Yeah. So that's what I do for
that.
Don't
sleep with your phone. Don't do it,
Don't
girlfriend.
share a room with your phone. Don't rely on willpower. And even if you're not on it, the proximity of it being there will trigger a response to be on it. So
even if it's turned off, like even if it's on silent, if you know it can go off at any time, you're still engaged with it.
Yeah. And sometimes Zach will bring his phone to bed and it will vibrate.
Oh, I hate that sound.
And it almost triggers, like it almost sends a shockwave up my spine. It just like zzz, and I'm like, oh, like I literally feel that response in my nervous system. I'm like, I've spent so much time trying to regulate my nervous system so I can go to sleep. Like, turn it off. Don't bring your 60 sleep score near me, please. Like I'm in the 90s. So the second one, Jane.
You're in the what? 90s.
Yeah. So the second one that I want to talk to you about, and you've actually complimented me on this a few times, is how my bedroom is just like a
you have
sanctuary.
Created a really luxurious space.
It actually had the opposite effect for a while because I just wanted to be in my room and I just didn't want to be around anyone. No, like it has its shadow side.
Yeah.
But I set up my room like an absolute goddess sanctuary where you just don't want to leave.
Yeah.
However, we have like this big wooden bed frame and a massive mattress. Zach moved the bed away from the wall so we could vacuum behind it, which to his defense was dusty and revolting.
Yeah.
But he's pushed it back and now the bed squeaks and it fucking drives me nuts. So I don't think my sleep scores would be where, Jane?
Oh, no. They're not. You mean they're not in the 90s? They haven't
been in the 90s the last week because the bed is fucking squeaking.
You just need to tighten some screws.
You just have to breathe.
Do you want me to come over and fix it?
Yeah,
probably could.
You actually could do that. Can you do that? Do you have your toolkit?
Yeah.
Do you have one?
It stays in the back of my car.
Oh, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, so I've created my room to be like a sanctuary. Like I'm just love
it's heaven. You've got really nice lighting in there. You've got really nice bedding.
I have my salt lamp. I have like it's really minimal. Like there's literally I've got quite a big bedroom, but there's literally nothing in there. There's just two bedside tables and a mirror. And
just the basics.
The basics. That's right. And I also like to keep it really quite minimal and tidy. Like if you go in, like sometimes I have a sliding door where I can cover the ensuite and whatever. So if it's messy in there, it's very rarely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's very rarely messy in my bedroom. So, but we actually know the science behind this as well, Jane. You know how decluttering produces dopamine?
Yeah.
And having mess or clutter around you actually spikes your cortisol. It
does.
So if you're trying to go to sleep, why are you having stress
in your bedroom and
cortisol in your room?
Makes no sense.
Like make it make sense. So like clean
your room.
Pick up your stuff.
Yeah.
Like that just makes sense. Remember when Dad would pretend to fall over and break his ankle in our room to get us to clean it?
Messy,
it was always messy. Well, that's funny.
So
I dim the lights, right? I put like my salt lamp on. I put my blue light blockers on if I'm watching TV. I do have a TV in my room and I, that's a thing, like it, because it obviously produces light, and whenever your brain sees light, it signals to your brain to wake up. So I put blue light blockers on, not clear lenses, but like
orange,
full blown red. Like I can't actually see colour in them at all.
No.
So I wear those as well and I also sleep with a silk eye mask to block out any light.
You've started to do that lately. Is it comfortable?
Yeah, so it's a silk one and it's like goes right across my face. But Jane, this might actually sell you on it, not the sleep, but what it does for your crow's feet.
Oh, done.
And your wrinkles. So now you'll buy it. So obviously silk, it doesn't like it's.
Well, I've heard of people getting silk pillowcases.
Yeah, so this is the thing, because when you sleep, obviously you're like crinkling your face.
Ironing
you're ironing in a wrinkle. Whereas when you have the silk eye mask on, it avoids that.
Yeah.
So if not for any other reason, Jane, that might be the leverage to.
Well, that's all right. I look good from this side now.
Well, that's right. It's irrelevant now, isn't it? Okay, now something that I want to talk about too is I'm talking a lot about your nighttime routine and your nighttime ritual to help you regulate your nervous system to go to sleep. But my morning routine is, I think, what sets me up for my sleep score in my 90s. Mm-hmm. So what I do in the morning actually impacts my sleep. So we talk a lot about nighttime routines to have a good sleep, but I think the underrated piece is your morning routine in your sleep. So, and it has a lot to do with how you sleep, your morning routine. So in the morning, we spoke about this a little bit in your episode, Jane, with with anxiety and stress. But in the morning, we have a peak in cortisol, and cortisol is known as our stress hormone or our stress response. But it's actually a good thing in the morning, and it's our highest at our morning because it gets us out of bed. It gets us motivated. It gives us energy. It gets us on the move. And what's supposed to happen over the day is that cortisol is meant to taper off. It's meant to be lowest at nighttime so we can go to sleep. And when we stop producing that cortisol, our melatonin can obviously increase, and we need the melatonin to go to sleep. Am I clocking to you?
Is it clocking to me? Yeah, I'm standing on business, so I've got it.
Right. So that's supposed to happen. And the way that we can actually regulate our cortisol and our circadian rhythm is by getting sunlight in our eyes very first thing in the morning. Not only does it give us that regulate our cortisol and it actually gives us a hit of dopamine as well, so we feel good, and it resets our circadian rhythm. So our circadian rhythm is like our inner biological clock, and it signals to our hormones, when do I need to produce cortisol? When do I need to produce dopamine? When do I need to produce melatonin? And so when we reset that first thing in the morning, it means that we can actually taper off those cortisol, and it does. We do produce the amount of melatonin in the morning, so we're sleepy when we go to bed, and that has been huge. So often I will walk the dog first thing in the morning. That gets light in my eyes. But when Zach walks the dog in the morning, I put my red light therapy, and I do that in the morning. So Jane, you've got a red light mask. You could do that first thing in the morning.
Okay, I can
and just get the red light in your eyes. What happens to me now is I'm so ingrained in this habit that whenever I'm waking up, like you could just open your curtains, and look into.
Although it's getting dark, I was thinking it's just, but when I'm getting up, the sun's
still not up yet.
Yeah, but I can definitely do it with my red light.
That's when your red light could come in. But what is happening to me now is I just can't stand artificial light in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, when you're not awake yet and you turn the light on and you're like, oh, and your eyes sort of adjust to that light. I'm like, I just can't do it to that artificial light anymore because I just know how simple it is for that natural light to do it. And
how better you feel, how much better you sleep.
Well, the proof is in the pudding with the 90 sleep score. I think that is absolutely huge. My last one is to obviously regulate your nervous system.
Okay.
So this is sort of like when your nervous system is dysregulated, and what that means is, you fight or flight, or you feel anxious, or you feel wired. Like that's a sign of dysregulated nervous system. It might mean that you snap or you yell or like whatever it is. That's a sign that your nervous system is dysregulated. And when that happens, it sort of like ripples into other areas of your life, including your sleep. So you can do all the things, right, and still be like waking up at 3 a.m. or 1 a.m. or whatever. Like that's a sign that your nervous system is unregulated and that you've probably got a stress response. So again, like doing things like the light in your eyes is going to help regulate your nervous system as well. But some more things that regulate my nervous system, Jane, are my vibration plate, which I talk about a lot. It regulates your nervous system.
I've been on it for a few months. I'm actually starting to see some physical benefits.
Oh, good for you.
I know. I was very excited.
Yeah. So it actually can help relax you. So when we're talking about regulating our nervous system, typically we're meaning we need to bring it down to relax it. So vibration plate, obviously my red light therapy, meditation or like breath work. And some of the best advice that I've ever gotten was actually from a GP doctor when I went to the doctor to get some help for my mental. And he said, if your mind is exhausted, like exhaust your body.
Okay.
And I was like, really? So if you're like in your head, go for a walk or go to the gym. Like if your mind is physically exhausted, exhaust your body as well. And that just stuck with me. That was probably over 10 years ago before I had any kids. And it was just so life-changing, wasn't it? Like it was like, okay, my mind is exhausted. I'm going to go get sore muscles at the gym. Like, and that obviously helps regulate as well, gets you out of your mind and just back into your body. And here's some little extra things that I do, Jane, that collectively make a big difference, like magnesium. Obviously, we've heard a lot about magnesium. I like to have a magnesium hot chocolate before bed sometimes, or I've got one that's like a citrus flavour that I've just like sculled, so I don't love it, but it's good. A good book to wind down instead of looking at a screen. Legs up against the wall for 20 minutes can really regulate your nervous system. Obviously, you're not going to put your legs up on the wall and then doom scroll. Like like that's counterproductive. I have a wooden lymphatic draining tools, which look ridiculous. I posted it the other day on my stories, and Rachel, our sister, just goes, Emily, that looks like a sex toy. And I was like, it's not. It's a wooden lymphatic drainage. It's sort of like a wooden tool that you massage your legs with or the rest of your body. And
Isn't there? I saw something on Instagram the other day about we've got litres of lymphatic fluid.
So
in
your
our bodies.
lymphatic system is like your endocrine system. So it's your hormones, and it helps you release waste. But the thing is, with your lymph nodes and your lymph drainage, it doesn't do it unless you move. That's why massage is really good. That's why obviously walking is helpful for your lymph. But if you sit a lot during the day or whatever, your lymph isn't going to drain. Yeah. Or your waste.
Where does it go if you're moving it? Like, you know.
Your body can then get rid of it.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
Good. I like using Palo Santo, which is just what you burn.
Yeah, you got me some of that. I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, it's good. Or sage, like little wooden sticks, because then you literally do it with the intention to like regulate. So you can be like, take some breaths while you're doing it, and you're like clear, whatever. And then a shower with like how good is a shower at the end of the day? Or what I was doing actually with my son when he was coming home, he just started school in prep. He would get home and he would just have a lot of emotions. We'd just have a shower and I would be like, get it all out, get all your tears out, get all your emotions out in the shower. It's almost like a shower meditation. Then you get out and you're fresh and
there's
you've
something
released.
So soothing also. And I just if ever I'm having a hard time, I'll just imagine the water washing it all away.
Yeah.
The water just washes it away.
Washes it away. So it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to go home and like do all of these like right now.
Yeah, well, that was a lot.
That was a lot. But like you could just pick one and then having that wind down ritual, but even the morning routine as well.
Yeah.
Something that your body recognizes and then just clicks into gear, like it's time to go to sleep. And sleep, like I know it's something that we just need to prioritize. And I have been in that stage where obviously I've got little kids and I would just roll my eyes because how many times like 5 a.m. wake up club, everyone's successful, has a morning routine. And I'm like, well, those people aren't mothers. And it would be more like I was up 8 times a night and it's like I need to prioritize an extra 30 minutes because I've so sleep deprived. That's more important to me right now. And I would think that, I
did the 5 a.m. wake up for a month. I committed to 30 days.
Good for you.
But with
kids,
more
successful?
This was like I did it ages ago and I got it. Like I understood how it could be helpful. But I was like, I'm just not in the phase of life for this right now.
But even if you're not, like you don't have to, you can still prioritize it.
Yeah.
Like you can still prioritize sleep in one way or another.
Yeah.
So they're my tips.
That was a really great deep dive, Emily.
Good.
So if everyone wants to know how to get a sleep score of 90, but even if you're not tracking it, like that's still stuff that I can, like I'm not tracking my sleep, but I could still implement some of those.
Yeah.
Like where did you get your lymph drainage thing from? Have you got it on your Amazon storefront?
I do have it linked in the Amazon storefront.
Let's finish up with my weekly rec. Emily, I've got a weekly rec that I want to share with all of you. This is very far-fetched. It's like really woo-woo and it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's life-changing.
Okay.
I did a past life clearing just this last week.
Yes.
Doesn't that sound ridiculous? But I think there's so much information out there about childhood trauma. And even if and I love the saying, like Gabby Bernstein goes, we've all got trauma. It's either a big T or a little t. So we've all got it, either big T or little t. But a lot of our conditioning or a lot of our limiting beliefs can come from conditioning from when we were younger.
Yes.
And we all know that. That's kind of become a thing. But what this is, Emily, is that this goes further and it was like healing those traumas but from past lives. So our souls, Emily, our souls have been here forever. It's energy. So what this healing was, it was like a Reiki session where you go into your past lives and you heal those. It was wild. But what I want to get why I'm sharing this is because most of the limiting beliefs that we have, we don't know about. Yeah. So obviously you can go through childhood and you can work through those. But if you're feeling like, I'm just going to challenge you a little bit here, if you are feeling stuck and you can't put your finger on it and you can't sort of trace it back to an event or to the way you were raised or to anything like that, it might be something to challenge yourself and do. Like it's so wild and it's so crazy. And
it makes, like, I've had it done before. It just makes sense.
It makes sense. And we were laughing, me and so it's beautiful Amy Shaw, if you can go to her Instagram and follow her, and just like if you're kind of feeling a little bit curious as what that would look like, just start by following her.
Yeah.
And just sort of have a bit of a listen to her, like how she talks and how she explains it all. But we were having a laugh at the end in that we came out of this meditation where we healed this past life, and we come out and my first words were, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
and she was laughing. She goes, everyone who comes out of it says that makes sense. And we're laughing because we're like, it doesn't. Yeah. It's so crazy. It's so wild what we just did, like this whole like virtual woo-woo stuff. And then everyone comes out and goes, that makes sense, even though it's so wild and so crazy. That. But anyway, limiting beliefs, we all have them. They all play a huge part in our lives. And if you're feeling like, where does that come from? Get into past life
what
healing.
have you got to lose?
Emily, I came out of it and called you and I was like, oh my God, that was wild.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's
so cool. The whole concept to me, I'm just so curious about.
Yeah.
I just eat it all up.
Yeah, love that.
But that was my weekly rec, because even how crazy it really was really life-changing experience. It was like an hour meditation, and you just come out of it feeling lighter, you understand yourself better, and any opportunity for me to do that, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
It was so good. Anyway, follow Amy Louise. That's my Amy Louise Shaw is her name on Instagram. That's my weekly rec. But thanks for listening, Emily. Thank you for your wisdom. Words of wisdom. You're very, very wise. If you found value in this episode, please share on your stories. We really, really love that. Please send it to a friend. If you're a bit competitive with someone on your sleep scores, send it to them. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe it's your best friend. But thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.